Good morning. Time for another update. I think probably around update number 10. A good week. A lot of stuff done and able to finish the whole frame. Of course, is just about done. Was able to finish up all of the chassis, suspension, and steering, and so forth. And as you can see, we've got all the brakes all put back on with mostly new parts. I tried to kind of difficult finding all the springs, but we managed to track them all down. But so everything's looking pretty good right now, and for eventually installing the motor and the transmission. But you can see the oops, just hit my head on this thing. But you can see that everything has been finished in a protective paint and coating, so it's looking pretty good right now. I'm feeling pretty positive. And Neil and I are going to adjust the brakes this morning to get them ready to use. But you can see the front axle we got back from Gary's machine shop last week, so I was able to get everything all put back together, as you can see. And all the brake lines are back in and connected. Oops, let me walk over here real quick. You can see the master cylinder is all in. Only one line comes out, feeds down to the back and then to a T, and then from there it separates to the rear and to the front. But seems to work. No safety in there really, but and here's the rest of the front and some of the steering components. Anyway, let's move on here. These are the drums that are ready to go back on. But so you can see here I've refinished the intake and exhaust manifold assembly that we got from off of eBay from a guy in Oregon, of all places, and turned out real nice, I think, and it's going to look really good on there, and no cracks. If you remember, the original one had a real nasty crack in it, so we couldn't use it, but I think it turned out real nice and it's going to look real good. Made it up to the engine. So this coming week, the plan is to install the engine that's ready to bolt in. There's still some accessories on the outside of it that I need to put on, but I'll do that once it's inside the frame. For instance, I still need to put in the distributor and the fuel pump, and of course the crank pulley and so forth. But this is the fuel pump slot, and then this would be for the distributor right there. So once the engine's put in, I will mount the transmission onto the cross member and then lower all that in together, I believe so. And so that'll be coming up this week. And then also this week I'll be putting the headlights assembly back together. As you can see here, I refurbished the headlight buckets, and I have all new chrome and stainless steel bezels and gaskets and so forth, and 6-volt headlights. So that should be actually pretty quick. And then the big mess that's coming up this week is I get to refurbish the gauges. You can see that they're pretty rusted out and in pretty rough shape. All the way around, even paint overspray on these things. But I don't know if I'm going to sort out the rat's nest yet. This wiring is pretty rough. Although we do have a new wiring diagram, I think I'm just going to label the back of the gauges and number the wires as I pull them off, and then just do the gauges, and then I'll deal with the wiring harness when I put the car back together. But good news is Neil was able to find us some new bezels that go around, new chrome bezels that go around the gauges, and they're going to look fantastic on there. And on top of that, once I disassemble the gauges, I'll be able to put these new face plates on them, and it's amazing the things that you can find at these that the vendors have available for these trucks. And you can see here that I've got new faces for the other side, for the temperature, for the gas, oil, and the amps. So they're going to look practically brand new, I hope. But think that's about it for now. That's about 5 minutes so far, but it's coming along nicely. The body shop still has the body and all that sort of stuff. I'll be running over there next week to see how they're coming along. But anyway, for now, that's it. Update number 11 next week. Talk soon. Bye.